Hello, Grace Church. It's Wednesday, June 10th. It's cloudy and rainy outside. It's been rainy the last few days. The forecast says it's going to be raining the next few days. It is not what I expected in June. And yet, at the same time, rain all you want. I do know this. The sun is going to shine. There will be a time that summer's coming, and I know it's going to happen soon. I'm being ask on a regular basis, when are we going to gather on Sunday mornings? And the truth is, today, right now, this moment, I don't know. With the restrictions that are in place, it does not allow us to worship like we would typically worship. It doesn't allow us to do kids ministry. They don't allow us to gather more than 50 people at one time. And because of that, we're having to get creative in the terms of how we're going to gather together. And with that, there are some things that we can do. And the first thing is that we can help and we need your help, I should say, by giving us some feedback. We've put together a survey. There's a link on this email. There's also, it's on our website for the next few days. And we're asking to get some feedback about when we gather so we can plan well. The second thing we can do is this. In this phase 2 time, we can gather with 5 other people outside of our home. So we're calling this phase, Give Me 5. Just give me 5, that we would begin to connect with 5 others, kind of a small group, as it were. And we start to make those connections, to encourage each other, to pray with each other, to be with each other. And I encourage you to do that right now, to step out and make those connections. The third thing that we can do in this season is this: continue in hope. That we would be a people known as a people of hope. There's a verse in Romans chapter 12, verse 12 that says this: be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Those 3 statements are powerful, life-filling statements. Think with me about them. That we would be people who would be joyful in hope. We have hope because we know that this is not the way it will always be, that there will be a new day, that we will get through this. And that will give us joy as we think about that. There will be a time that we will gather like we have in the past. And so because of that, we can be people who are joyful in hope. The second powerful statement, patient in affliction. Another word that's used there is trouble, patient in trouble, times of trouble. I don't like it when my patience needs work, and frankly, right now, it needs a lot of work. It's hard to be patient in this troubled time. I don't want to pretend that this hasn't been difficult. It, in fact, has been very difficult, and it's been very hard for me, and I know for many others. And so the Lord calls us to be people who are patient in troubled times, in affliction. The last thing, though, says to be faithful in prayer. I can think of no greater time since I've been alive that our nation needs prayer. We need to be a people who focus not on the current headlines, not on what are these issues or those issues, that we need to be focused as a people of prayer. Praying, Lord, heal our land. Praying, Lord, help us to be a people who are not divided, but are unified in the love of the Lord Jesus Christ. That we would be people who would pray for our nation, that we'd be people who pray for His church to be an expression of God's great love, and that we would pray for one another, Grace Church, to be people who will continue on ministry even in this difficult time. We are His church, called by His name, that we would be His people, an expression of the love of the living God. So here it is. Be faithful in hope, joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. Grace Church, we will be together, and I hope soon. I love you, care about you, and God bless you. He is with you.